Hey everybody, welcome to day 130, and we are reading today in John and chapter 4 verses 1 through 30. And today we read a great story about Jesus at the well with the Samaritan woman. And so we need to know that the Samaritans and the Jews did not get along well. The Jewish people saw the Samaritans as people to be looked down upon, and they actually would avoid going through any cities that had Samaritans in them. In this case, though, Jesus knew, and in his sovereignty, it's passing through where the Samaritan woman lives. And so he stops at this well because it says it's the 6th hour of the day, which would be about noon. So it's very hot, and he is tired. So as much as John talks about Jesus being God, he also reminds us that he is not Superman. And because he has taken on this human form, he still has basic human needs. And so he stops at the well to get a drink of water, and the Samaritan woman is there. Now, at 12 in the day, it's not usual for the Samaritan woman to be there. They typically go in the morning when it's early, cool, and they go in groups. So we know that this woman was going for one of two reasons. One, she had an urgent need for water. Or two, something that maybe was more likely, which was she didn't feel like part of the group anymore because of her sins or current sins. And so Jesus speaks to the woman, which is, number one, speaking to a woman was not traditional. And number two, a Jewish person speaking to a Samaritan was definitely not traditional. So this story is drenched in grace and how God sees everybody as his children. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter who you are. He wants to talk to you. And this should remind us that we need to be the same way, that there's going to be people who we come upon who maybe aren't looked at as in high regard for whatever reason, maybe on their own doing, but that's still a person that Jesus wants us to share him with and wants us to love. And that definitely is one of the hardest parts about Christianity, is just showing that compassion to people that either don't deserve it in our mind, or that have treated us poorly or treated others poorly. Those are the people that are sometimes hardest to love, but it's who Jesus calls us to love. And so Jesus shows us in this story that everyone deserves the compassion and grace, no matter what. So he questions the Samaritan woman and says, give me a drink of water. And he offers her living water because we know from the story that she has gone through multiple husbands and that she's living with a man. And so she's clearly searching for something. And whether it's through the Samaritan woman with men, but for us, it could be something else where we're looking for what we're missing, but in all these wrong places and sinful ways. And Jesus says, I offer living water, and that you'll never thirst again. So what Jesus can give us in his salvation gives us the satisfaction that we're looking for, and has us to the point where we aren't looking anymore or any further for something else. And then one of the best parts of the story, after Jesus shares this with this woman, is the woman goes back to her town and tells them all about Jesus and says, this man knew me and knew everything about me. And she's basically saying, I think, he's the real deal. And so when you are changed by Jesus and transformed by him, then you need to use that zeal to go and share him with others. So hope you have a great day. I'll see you later.